If Udell doesn't keep on endorsing me, then I'll be forced to reveal to Valley Park that Wanda kissed my opponent behind her husband's back. Heidi wasn't the one who handed Kiev the weapon that ended Ulysses' beautiful, short life. Stop talking to me like she did. Who put you up to this, Ma? Publicly sharing how I don't support either campaign was my decision. I don't doubt that, but I'd like to know whether it was your idea. According to Gianni, he ain't gonna let anyone ruin what I got planned. But you don't trust him. That's what I was trying to ask you, Lorenzo. I sure don't trust that he wants me to succeed as CEO, but just keep that between us. You needed to speak with me, Dad? It's about Vivian's upcoming event. What about it? Do you truly intend to make sure that your sister's upcoming event goes smoothly, Gianni? How did Pacho take it after you publicly explained why you wouldn't endorse Owen? Pacho is not happy with me, Isidore, and I'm beginning to wonder if I made a mistake. Why did you ask me over here, Mr. Torres? I'd like to know what you intend to do when Key's trial comes up. I'm telling you right now, Heidi, if you came here to make me change my mind about my endorsement, then you're wasting your time. You might reconsider after you hear what I have to say. I doubt it. Oh? So does that mean you're fine with me exposing that Owen kissed your wife? My intention is to protect the company. What exactly has Vivian told you? All she did was explain to me how you promised that you'd make sure that her upcoming event becomes a success. Do you not think that's true? Whether or not it's true, I'd like to know what you gained from being nice to Vivian. It's obvious that Owen has some sort of hold on your son, Isabel, and you speaking up has exposed that. But I wanted my family to come together, especially since Keith Burke is about to be sentenced, and your family could still come together for Ulysses' sake. Do you actually think it could happen when I'm still upset that Pacho is supporting a man who could use the trial to benefit his campaign? My desire is to see justice done for all of Keith Burke's victims. What I'm specifically asking is how you plan to benefit the trial for your campaign. Are you asking me if I'm planning to use your late sister as a weapon? Are you? I heard what your mother said about me, Mr. Torres. Have you allowed her to get to you? You would really sink that low to keep your position as DA, Heidi. I don't want to do this, Udall. I really don't. Does that mean someone is forcing you to blackmail me? I'm not actually blackmailing you, Udall. This is about your wife's sins. But to answer your question, you're the one who forced my hand. But your family secrets won't have to come to light if you just keep your endorsement. Maybe it would be best if you tell the world that Owen is a homewrecker. First, you want Vivian to be welcomed into the family, but when I make an effort, you begin to get suspicious. Can you blame me, Gianni? Ever since Isidore worked at Russo Jewelers, you two have constantly butted heads in order to remain on top. And you think that I'd believe you're magically fine with working with a sibling who came into our lives by surprise? What is it that you want from me, Dad? I want you to assure me that you will not mess up this huge opportunity for your sister. Why am I not surprised to hear you coming to your bastard's defense in the house we raised our children in, Lorenzo? You're able to see how Owen Grant is a problem, so I'm trying to figure out why you feel like you made a mistake, Isabel. The mistake I feel I made was deciding to speak up before Keith's sentencing. Maybe it would have made your family life easier, but just because Pacho was initially frustrated with you doesn't mean he's not thinking about the points you made. I really hope you're right, Isidore, which draws me to ask you this. What is it? Will you be by my side when I face the monster who took my baby from me? My mother and I don't see eye to eye at the moment, but that does not make her my enemy, Owen, and you better not see her as your enemy either. My apologies, Mr. Torres. I didn't mean to imply that. Now let's get back to the main topic. Will you be using my late sister as a political weapon? Ulissa lost her life due to a serious, horrendous crime. I would never exploit Keith Burke's case to gain points. But you still plan to make Valley Park believe that Heidi shares the blame in losing Ulissa's life because it's the truth, right? Not to make you look like the better candidate. I don't believe that you'd risk seeing Wanda face public humiliation, especially since you two have a child who has a child on the way. I'm only going to tell you this once, Heidi. Leave my daughter alone. My life would not be in the mess it's in if you had just left Yvette alone in the first place. Your daughter should have left my son alone, Udell. Do you want her to feel more guilt and shame? My family is strong enough to handle any scandal that comes our way. Just because you're the head of your family does not make you the voice of your family. May I remind you that you are defending your bastard against your firstborn, Lorenzo. Gianni is not obligated to protect Vivian at all. You made sure that I didn't protect that girl all of her life, Clarice. And you're wrong as well. Ever since Isidore came along, Gianni has always been expected to look after his younger siblings. Guess I got those instructions wrong all of my life. I thought you wanted me to outperform my siblings, Dad. But now that Vivian is here, I guess there's no use competing anymore since you've already found your heir apparent. Do you not realize that you will lose your family if you continue to favor Vivian above everyone else? Stop overreacting, Clarice. Don't try to make me feel guilty for holding on to the only daughter that I have. You know that I'll be in the courtroom, Isabel, because Keith also harmed your nephew Max. But I need to know whether you'll be by my side. I thought you'd only want Pacho and Michelle to stand by your side. Not only them. Isidore, when I lost Julissa, life seemed so hopeless. But you never gave up on me. Being with you again, I forget how being loved by you made me feel so alive. And I don't want to lose that again, Isidore. I can't. You won't. I'll make sure of it. You don't need to expect anything less, Mr. Torres. And you won't overdo it. You'll make sure to share the facts on how my sister lost her life under Heidi's watch as DA. You have my word. Good. Because if you step out of line, Owen, then losing my endorsement will be the last thing you'll need to worry about. As you know, Wanda is still my wife, which means that she's over Owen, just like you're over Finnegan Burke and Gianni is over Quinlan Franklin. You're not wrong, but in order to stay married to Gianni, the two of us had to endure a lot of pain. Since Wanda's lips touched another man, you know the pain of being betrayed by your own spouse. I don't want to go through that pain again, Udell, and I'm sure you don't either. Are you even sorry that you played a hand in wrecking my marriage? You'll be the one who is sorry if you go through with withdrawing your endorsement. So what's it gonna be?